Hello students, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to learn about what are the various types of conflicts occurring in the LR parsers. The objective of this session is we are going to understand what are the different types of conflicts may occur in LR parsers and how to overcome such conflicts. As we discussed in the previous sessions, the LR parsers are categorized into 4 types: LR0, SLR1, CLR1 and LALR1. The conflicts in LR parsers are categorized into 2 types. First one is SR conflict, second one is RR conflict. Now come to the first one, SR conflict, named as shift reduce conflict. Shift reduce conflict. And RR conflict stands for reduce conflict. Okay. So, what is a shift reduce conflict? What is a reduce conflict? In a item or in a state, let us say IN, if some productions are there and if there is a go to operation on a terminal symbol, and if there is a final item. So, which indicates if there is a go to operation depend upon a terminal symbol, definitely I have to perform a shift operation. And because of this final item, I have to perform a reduce operation. So, this may leads into the SR conflict. Why? Because at this particular point of time, the parser may confuse whether it has to perform the shift operation or reduce operation. Now come to the RR conflict. If a state is like this or if an item is like this, A tends to A dot and B tends to B dot. Let us say the state number is IN. So here, because of this particular final item, I have to place a reduce operation in the table, or I have to perform a reduce operation, and because of this final item also, again I have to place a reduce operation. So, in this particular state, I need to perform 2 reduce operations. So, here also the parser get confused whether it has to perform the first reduce operation or the second reduce operation. So, which leads to the RR conflicts in LR0 parser. So, I am going to discuss about the SR conflict now. Let us say here is my state IN. From this IN state, there are 2 productions are there. So, on small a, I have to perform a go to operation as S tends to A dot capital A, and because of this capital A, I have to perform the closure operation and I have to write all the capital A productions. Let us say we name the state as IN plus 1. And because of this A tends to B dot, I have to perform a reduction operation. So, come to the parse table construction, which consists of the 2 parts named as action part and go to part. In the action part, we are going to place all the terminal symbols, and the go to part, we are going to place all the non-terminal symbols. Let us say here the A, B are the terminals and S comma A are the non-terminals, and come to this IN. So, you can find on from IN state on small a, I have to perform the go to operation. So, on a IN plus 1. So, what I have to write here is S N plus 1, and because of this final item, I have to place the reduction operation. So, where I have to place? So, in this IN state, in the entire row, I have to place the reduction operation. So, what I have to write? Let us say RN and RN. So, you may find there is a S by R, which indicates SR conflict. That means, here in this particular state, there is a chance of shift operation and there is the reduction operation. At this point of time, the parser may stuck and it may not decide whether it has to perform the shift operation or reduce operation. So, Now come to the RR conflict in LR0 parsers. Let us say this is my state. So, I have to perform the go to and closure operations here. In this particular state, there are two productions are there. So, and both are the final items. So, I have to perform the reduction operations in this particular state IN. Let us construct the parts table as consist action part and go to part, where action part consists all the terminals and go to part consists all the non-terminals. Here I wrote the non-terminals like something, and come to this state I have to write IN. And because of this final item 1, I have to perform the reduction operation. Let us say this is the R1 or this is the production number 1 in the given grammar. So, I have to place R1, R1, R1 in the entire row of this IN of this action part, because if there is a final item in the LR0 parser, we have to perform the reduction operation and we have to place the reduce operations in the entire row of this action part. And come to the second one, this is also an final item. So, I have to again perform the reduction operation. Let us say this is the production number 2 in the given grammar. So, what I have to do? I have to place the R2 operations in the entire row of IN. So, which indicates R by R. That means, in this particular item, I have to perform two reduction operations, which may leads to the RR conflict. So, here the parser getting stuck whether it has to perform reduction number 1 operation or reduction number 2 operation. Let us discuss conflicts in the SLR1 parser. As we discussed, all the LR parsers may suffer from the two types of conflicts named as SR conflict and RR conflict. Now come to the discuss about SR conflict. So this is my state IN, and now I am going to perform various go to and closure operations. So on small a, the production is like S tends to A dot capital A, and because of this capital A, I have to include all the capital A productions here. And let us state the state name is IK. And here you may observe there is a final item is there. If there is a final item, so we have to perform the reduction operations. So let us construct the parts table, which consists of the action and go to part. And let us the terminals are AB dollar and the state name is IN. And now because of this small a, we perform the go to operations. So I have to write a shift operation in the parts table by in the place of IN on A. So I have to write SK, because by the go to operation on small a, we move to the IK state. So we have to write SK. Now come to the second production, it is A tends to B dot, which is a final item. So we have to place the reduce operation in A tends to B dot. But this is the SLR1 parser, so we cannot place the reduce operation blindly in the entire row. We have to find the fall of capital A. Let us say the fall of capital A is A. So I have to place the reduce operation in the place of A. So, and the production number is, let us say 3. So I have to write the reduce operation 3 in the place of small a. So R3, which indicates here we get a SR conflict, shift reduce conflict. So the parser cannot move to the next step. It not decide whether it has to perform shift operation or reduce operation. Now let us discuss the RR conflict in SLR1 parser. So here my state is IN, which consists of two productions. So all these two productions are final items only. If there is a final item, I have to perform the reduce operations. So it will be clearly displayed in the or clearly noted in the parts table. So which consists the action part and go to part, where action part consists the terminals and the go to part consists the non-terminals. I wrote this non-terminus just like that, and here the state name is IN. Come to the first production. Let us say this is the production of 2, and here the production number is 3. So, because of this final item, I have to perform the reduction operation, and I have to place the reduce operation in the follow of capital A. Let us say follow of capital A is A comma B, and follow of capital B is also A comma B. Follow of capital A is A comma B, and follow of capital B also A comma B. So, I have to place the reduction operation number 2 in the place of A comma B as R2 R2. Now come to the next production, B tends to D dot. It's also a final item. So, here also I have to perform the reduction operation. But B tends to D dot is the third production in the given grammar. So, I have to place the reduction operation number 3 in the place of follow of B. The follow of B is A comma B. So, I have to write R3 and R3. So, here it indicates a RR conflict, that means reduce conflict. So, the parser may get confused whether it has to perform the R2 operation or R3 operation. The relation between LR and SLR1 parser by means of the conflict. So, if a grammar is LR0 with no conflicts, so we can say definitely it is a SLR1. But if a grammar is not LR0 and consists of some conflicts, and we can say it is not SLR1, it may or may not a SLR1. Conflicts in the CLR1 parser. So, the first type is SR conflict, and here there is a state S which consists of the two production, S tends to A and LA is the look ahead, and here A tends to B dot and A is the look ahead. So, now I am going to perform the go to operation depend upon small a. So, it is S tends to A dot capital A, here look ahead 1, and I have to include all the capital A productions because of the closure operation. Let us say the state name is IK, and here there is one more production, but it is a final item. So, here I have to perform the reduce operation only, which can be clearly described in the parts table, which consists two parts as action and go to. Let us say the terminals are AB dollar and the non-terminals are SA, and here the state name is IN. From the first production on A, I perform the go to operation. So, I have to write the shift operation in the place of IN on A. So, I have to write SK. But the second production is a final item. So, I have to place the reduce operation. In LR0 parser, I have to place the reduce operation in the entire row. In the SLR1 parser, if there is a final item, so I have to place the reduce operation or the follow of this left hand side non-terminal. But in CLR1 parser, we have to place the reduce operation in the place of look aheads only. So, I have to write I have to place the reduce operation in the place of small a. Let us say this is the production number 2 in the given grammar. So, I have to write R2 here. So, it can clearly indicating that which causes a conflict named as SR conflict. What is the RR conflict in CLR1 parser? So, here it is a state named as IN, which consists of the two productions, of course, two final items with two lookouts. Let us say if I am going to perform parsing or if I am going to construct the parse table, which consists of the two parts, the action and go to, consists the terminal says AB dollar and some SA, and the state name is IN. So, we are going to place the reduction operation in the place of these final items. So, let us say this is the production number 1, this is the production number 2. So, Because of the first one or because of this first final item, I have to place R1 operation in the place of A because A is the look ahead. So, I have to write R1. And come to the second one, because of the second production, I have to write the R2 operation in the place of A because this is the look ahead here. So, R1 and R2, which clearly indicating that it generates the RR conflict. So, now let us discuss the SR conflict in LALR1 parser. So, this is my state IN which consists of the two productions. Okay. So, I have going to perform the go to operation on small a and I have to write S tends to A dot capital A comma look ahead, and because of this dot and capital A, I have to include all the capital A productions and the look ahead symbols. Let us say this is my state IJ, and here there is a second production or we can call it as a final item. Because of this final item, we have to perform the reduce operations. So, in the parts table, action part, and here the state is IN. So, because of this small a, we perform the go to operation. So, I have to write SJ here, and because of this final item, we have to perform the reduce operation. Let us say this is the production number 2 in the given grammar. So, I have to write R2 operation in the place of A because A is the look ahead symbol. So, I have to write R2. So, which indicating the SR conflict. RR conflict in LALR1 parser. So, here my state is IN, and we are getting this LALR1 parse table by combining the various states in the CLR1 parser. That means, while constructing the LR1 canonical item set, if two states consist the same productions with different look ahead symbols, we are going to combine them in the LALR1 parser. So, here the state is IN and we are going to perform the go to operation and reduce operation now. But here which consists the two productions, all are the final items. So, we have to place the reduction operation in the parts table, where the parts table consists the two parts named as action and go to, and AB dollar are the terminals, S comma AB are the non-terminals. So, here the state name is IN. So, because of the first production A tends to B dot, we have to place the reduce operation in the place of the look aheads A comma B. So, I have to write R1 and R1. Because of the second final item, we have to place the reduction operation 2 or reduce operation number 2 in the place of A comma B. So, R2 comma R2. So, which are clearly indicating the reduce conflict in the LALR1 parser. What is the relation between CLR1 and LALR1 parser by means of the conflicts? So, if there is no SR conflict in the CLR1 parser, then there is no SR conflict in the LALR1 parser. Why? Because the CLR and LALR parsers are differ in the reduction operation only. So, there is no chance of getting SR conflict in LALR parser if the CLR1 parser does not consist the SR conflict. But if there is no RR conflict in CLR1, but we may have a chance to get the RR conflict in LALR1 parser. In this session, we learnt about what are the various types of conflicts in LR parsers and how to overcome from the conflicts. Depend upon the powerfulness of the LR parsers, we are getting very less number of conflicts when we compare with the LR0 to LALR1. Thank you.